Huh? Puppet?
Yeah. Are you writing down some regs for people's cars?
What do you mean?
Are you, when people are going in,
Yeah.
are you writing down something as they're going in?
Who told you that?
We've seen you. Police have seen you.
Which police?
Police officers.
Yes, right, I'm a police officer.
Police
So you write
officer.
down the plates you've got of their ears.
I didn't write anything.
You haven't wrote anything on a piece of paper?
No.
Okay, so you haven't wrote any car registers down?
What do you mean?
Okay, so why are you here?
Who?
Why are you standing here?
Do you need to report something to the police?
Why are you standing here?
I've come out because you're acting a bit suspiciously, that's all.
I just got here.
Okay. So, are you waiting for the police? Are you
Who?
are you waiting for a lift or waiting for the police?
What did she say? Seriously?
The situation begins casually, but there's already confusion in the air. Officers approach a man standing near a restricted area and immediately question his presence. The tone is cautious but not aggressive, as they try to understand why he is there. The man responds calmly, but the officers are clearly trying to figure out if something unusual is going on.
So, apparently when people are driving in, you're writing down people's registrations.
Oh, right.
So obviously that looks a bit suspicious to us because obviously some people drive their personal cars into here.
All right.
So I've come out just to have a chat to see what's going on, that's all.
You should just tell them to come up with a bike.
Come out with a bike?
Yeah.
Who to come out with a bike?
The ones that are worried about their cars.
Why are you writing down people's registrations?
I never said I did. But what I'm saying is, if they are worried about them, just cycle to work.
But they can drive their personal cars into our car park.
Yeah, but if they're worried about it, they should cycle.
Okay, so what are you actually doing here, sir?
They say they've got these electric bicycles now. They're about 1,000, 1,200. We can get to work with them.
The officers quickly raise a concern that he may have been writing down vehicle registrations. They explain that someone reported suspicious behavior near the car park. The man denies everything, acting surprised by the accusation. This instantly creates tension, as both sides begin trying to justify their position.
The blue as well, you can get them in blue.
So what's the purpose of you writing down people's registrations?
I never said I write people down registrations.
So why are you hanging around here, may I ask? Are you waiting to report something to police? Are you getting picked up? Do you live around here? Do you walk in this way?
Oh, no, none of that.
So why are you stood outside the front of the police station?
It's a fire station as well, you know.
Yeah, so I'm just asking what you're doing, that's all.
Oh, just giving you advice about cycling to work.
Yeah, there is a
At the moment.
There is a cycle to work scheme.
Is there?
There is a cycle to work scheme,
Oh.
we can do it.
Do you guys not use it?
Personally, I don't. I live too far away to cycle into work.
Oh, right.
Personally, that's me.
What about the bus?
I don't know everybody's home location, but I live way too many miles away from here to actually cycle.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Otherwise I would. That's why I go to the gym, that's why I exercise, because I want to...
The officers press further, asking why he is standing in that exact location. They want clarity on whether he is waiting for someone or observing activity. The man insists he is not doing anything wrong and questions why he is being approached in the first place.
So
but
which
I
one-
can't cycle to work.
Which one is your car?
No, I don't need to tell you that.
Why not?
Because I don't need to tell you my personal car registration.
All right. Oh, well. In that case, the only choice you have is maybe to move over to Redditch, buy a house in Redditch, and
Alright, if people want to drive to work, that's their personal choice, sir.
okay.
Okay?
No, I know. But what I'm saying is, you said some people are worried about their cars. I'm just trying to explain to you. Maybe you should tell them to cycle to work.
Yeah, but it's more the picture of, you're obviously more than welcome to film, photograph, whatever you want.
All right.
I'm sure you know how it works in terms of being on public land.
All right.
That fence is a no access zone. If you're seen writing down regis,
I didn't.
you are free to do that to your heart's content, but it just looks strange at a police station that you're trying to collect information. If they're personal vehicles, as by the Human Rights Act, everybody has the right to a private personal life. So even though our car, it might be parked.
The conversation shifts slightly as the officers explain they are simply responding to a report. They mention that his behavior looked suspicious from a distance. The man continues to deny any wrongdoing, trying to understand who made the complaint and why.
Doesn't necessarily mean it's right, nice, that sort of thing, to start writing down people's regs.
So, quick
A lot of
question.
people don't really like the police, so it can seem as like
I like
kind of
you. I have no problem.
targeted. You like me? That's nice to know.
I like you. That's
I
good.
like you.
Yeah, thank you. Well, what it is, I mean, I didn't say I did,
No, you haven't.
but say, for example, if I did, is that an issue?
No.
So why are you here?
No, it's just concern, isn't it? It's just want to know your intentions and why. If you,
Oh.
you haven't said that you are writing it down, but it's just we'd like to know your intentions of why you were writing it down. If you haven't, then you haven't.
If I did, is that a problem?
No, you're more than free to, mate. It's just like I said, if that then starts getting spread around, it can be sort of like data protection breach. It is a private car park. It's only for authorised access only. It's people's personal vehicles. It's all about the economic human rights there. In terms of we all have the right to it. I might put on this uniform, but I take it off, I go home. We all have the right to a private life, don't we?
Of course.
All right?
Yeah.
As questioning continues, the man becomes more defensive but still cooperative. He repeatedly asks why writing registrations would even be an issue. The officers explain that it could appear suspicious, especially near sensitive locations like a station.
So
From Redditch or no?
No. So whether I did, it's the same, really.
Yeah.
Oh,
We were
right.
just more seeing why you were doing it, just so we ensure our own safeguarding as well.
Yeah, sure. All right. Okay. Well, it's all in public anyway, so.
That's what, I was just coming out for a chat.
No, you didn't. Well, I don't know. You sounded like trying to make it look like if I did, it's like it's a
No, you
big
didn't.
deal.
No, it is just our safeguarding as people as well, because they are our private cars. And like
Yeah.
the colleague said, a lot of people don't like us.
Who?
A lot of the public don't like us.
Why?
Because we're police officers, they think we're just a uniform. They forget that we're a person behind the uniform.
No, right.
And
Okay.
when we go home, like we said, yes, we are still officer, but we also are a human being. And some people target police officers. So that's what we were asking.
You don't think you said some people don't like you. Is that maybe the way you're projecting yourselves? No.
The man tries to lighten the conversation, suggesting people should cycle to work instead of worrying about cars being recorded. The officers don't fully engage with the humor, instead redirecting the discussion back to his actual purpose for being there.
It's hard to say, isn't it? Everybody's right. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, aren't they?
No. You said people. You didn't say some people. You said people don't like you. Do you think it's maybe time to change the way you?
I'm perfectly happy with how I police.
No, in general.
I think I'm a good guy.
Yeah. I mean, I said I like you. I said that from the beginning anyway. But I'm just responding to what she's saying. If you're saying people don't like you, don't you think maybe it's something to do with you guys? Not you personally.
Everybody polices differently. I think we come across quite fair.
It's like, say for example, I wear
Come out
a.
and had a nice chat with you. I haven't been aggressive. You haven't been aggressive back to me. We've had.
Oh no.
But like we've had a nice conversation. That's how I like to police.
Yeah. Say for example, I'm wearing a red jacket, and people like in the street, I notice that people don't like it. I'll probably try and change that red jacket. I'll probably wear a blue one.
One officer explains that there is a cycle-to-work scheme and even discusses personal commuting distance. The conversation briefly becomes more relaxed, shifting away from suspicion and into general everyday talk about travel and work routines.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying in terms of that, but what would a world without police be? Without law and order?
Oh, it'll be a disaster.
So
I think it'll be a disaster.
So as much as people say like as you said there, can't you change it? I will try and do my bit as an officer to see how I want the police to be reflected. So I will constantly try and do that to the best of my ability.
Of course.
At the level I am, I can't make universal changes,
of
but
course.
I can just present things the way I want.
What would
the way you do with your red jacket. So I would like that every experience somebody has with me, they go, actually, police aren't too bad.
Yeah, that's true. What would the world be? Oh my God, that's so hard to say. Without firemen.
Exactly. Especially with all these electric cars. Trying to put a battery fire out is a different story completely. Especially since you've been in this building with them now. You sort of
how long has this building been up?
It's been up since, they've been building it for a good couple of months now. We moved in.
The man refuses to share personal details like his vehicle registration, stating it is private information. The officers accept this but continue to observe his behavior. The atmosphere remains controlled but slightly tense due to ongoing uncertainty.
The start of the year.
Yeah, so January we moved in.
What's happened to their one? Exploded?
No, they
knocked it down.
it was like a leasehold land, so they didn't want to pay it, didn't want to renew it. built the new station to merge with
I went past it, I
so
thought-
they levelled that, and I think there was originally some sort of planning permission for some sort of
Yeah,
youth
yeah,
centre
yeah.
there, but I'm not really too sure what's gone on with it.
I went past it, I thought there was some terrorist attack, it got blown up or something.
No.
Definitely not.
No, definitely
Alright,
not.
alright.
Definitely not.
This building, has it got access?
In terms of,
In terms of public access?
so on the right hand side here, there's a monitored screen where you can report things.
Yeah, yeah.
And there is a buzzer next to it. If you buzz it, it comes straight into our response office. One of the officers can pick up the phone there, and then we get entrance through this front door.
No reception?
We don't have a manned counter here.
No reception,
So
right.
in terms of, we're considered North Worcestershire as a constabulary like this area.
Yeah.
So we cover Redditch, Bromsgrove, Kidderminster, a couple of surrounding areas. There are
The officers begin explaining privacy laws and human rights, noting that people are entitled to private lives and protected information. They emphasize that recording registrations can sometimes raise concerns, even if no wrongdoing is intended.
there is a front counter in Kidderminster, so that is manned. So when people go to pick up property or things like that, they go to
Yeah.
West Kidderminster mainly.
Sure. Cool. And sorry, how long did you say it's been up now?
It's been a couple of months.
Couple of months, that's
I'm
it.
trying to think correctly now. I think
And
we were,
all Redditch
we were
police forces
originally meant
here?
to move in November. Then I think it got delayed and we come in about January time.
Yeah.
And then we've been here since. It's been alright.
So that's the only station in Redditch right
That's the
now?
only station in Redditch, yeah.
It looks nice.
It's alright, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's nice having fire in the same building. You get to chat to them and learn about what they do on a day-to-day basis and stuff. It's quite interesting.
Cool.
I'll go leave you to it then.
Yeah, sure. Will it make it easy if I showed you that?
Yeah.
That's it, I just wrote Redditch.
That's fine.
Because I'm in Redditch.
In terms of anything else, mate, is there any other questions or
No.
anything you want to report to us today before we pop back inside?
Because it's a new station,
Yeah.
anyway, I can get a quick tour or not? If you're not too busy.
Unfortunately not.
Not at all.
No,
No.
there's a big process of getting somebody inside in terms of like...
Not even that
getting
reception. Nothing.
A deeper conversation develops about public perception of police. One officer explains that people often forget police officers are also human beings behind the uniform. They discuss how public trust and perception can vary depending on experiences.
The reception from outside, so
no.
I can't go up and like
Yeah, get
buzz
that,
it.
get that.
But
Alright.
you feel free. I'll walk over if you want and have a look through the window because it is just a foyer area.
No, I can do that myself.
Yeah, it's just a foyer area.
Oh, that's cool. I'll just literally just walk around,
Yeah, no worries.
just document it all.
Yeah, like I said, mate.
It's a nice building though.
Yeah, well, that's what I was doing. I just got in here, started writing, that, and
Okay.
so I'm saying, I'm literally just here for 2 minutes. I think that woman was probably paranoid or something.
That's fine. We sorted it. It's all safeguarded in it.
Huh?
Everybody's safe. Everybody's happy. That's the main thing in life, isn't it?
Call it
Yeah,
professional
yeah.
curiosity.
Yeah, she should have asked me. Why you call her 2 police officers? I know she didn't call you because you just turned up.
No, it's because
But she
obviously
definitely called her.
we're videoing.
Yes.
We've got body worn video.
Oh, glad you said it. I was
So
just about to tell you, how
We've
come
got
you're not
body
telling
worn
me?
video. This
Mine's
whole
on standby, I'm not
conversation-
recording.
This
You're not
whole
recording.
conversation's obviously video.
Yeah.
She hadn't got one on her, so she didn't want to approach you to speak to you about it.
The man responds by questioning whether public dislike of police could be influenced by behavior or policing style. The officer remains calm, explaining that different officers work in different ways, but the goal is always fairness and safety.
Because obviously there was no documentation of anything.
I see.
So
Alright.
that's why I've just come down.
Cool.
Okay.
Alright.
Oh,
been
there's
nice
a
chatting with
saw
you,
in the
mate.
middle of the
Yeah.
road, so I'm going to go and get the saw out the middle of the road.
Say that again.
Apparently there's a saw in the middle of the road down there, so I'm just going to go and get that.
A saw?
Yeah, apparently it's fallen off a truck, so I'm just going to go and get that.
Well, let's go and get it.
Be
Right,
careful.
thank you.
Yeah, take care,
See
officer.
you later.
And you, Bob.
I'll just go walk over and get it out the road.
Yeah. I'll do it with you, so that way you're safe. You stopped recording?
Yeah.
Cool. A saw? I didn't see a saw.
Apparently it's fallen off a truck.
The discussion turns philosophical as both sides talk about what society would look like without police or emergency services. The officer highlights the importance of law and order, while also acknowledging that public criticism is part of the job.